Humans. A quirky look at the most fascinating creatures on Earth. Tonight, we watch the human do something very strange. It has worked all week. It is tired. It walks into a dark room, it hands over its money, and in return it gets a cup of poison. The poison will make it dizzy, it will make it clumsy. Drink enough, and it will cry about an X and fall into a bush. The human knows this. It knows exactly what the drink does. It lifts the cup anyway, smiles at its friends and says, "Cheers," which basically means, let's poison ourselves together. This is not a mistake. This is the plan. Let's pick one out of the crowd. There, in the corner. A male. Tired eyes, clean shirt, the same little smile it wears every Friday. We'll follow this one, watch what it does. Because once you see it, you'll start to recognize it. From the outside, this looks like the human hurting itself on purpose. And it is. But it does it very politely. And the politeness is the strange part. First, notice the human almost never drinks alone. One human drinking in a cupboard in the dark by itself. That's a sad thing. People worry about that human, but 40 humans drinking the exact same drink in a room, shouting over loud music. That's a party. That's a wedding. That's a good night out. The only thing that changed is that someone is watching. Then, there are the little rules. The humans take turns buying each other drinks. They call it a round. If you don't buy your round, they remember. For years. They also tap their glasses together before they drink. They don't have to. The drink doesn't taste better. But if you don't tap, you're somehow rude. And right before drinking, they often wish each other good health, while drinking the thing that ruins it. This never bothers them. Strange animals they are. And here is the strangest part of all. You have done every single one of these things. You have bought the round. You have tapped the glass. You have wished someone good health over a drink that does nothing of the sort. And not once, not one single time did you stop and ask why. Don't worry, that's not a flaw in you. That's the whole point. Keep watching. So here's our question. Why would a smart, nervous, careful animal build all these sweet little ceremonies around a poison? To find out, we have to go back, way back. Before the bar, before the building, before there even was a human. Go back about 10 million years. One of our ape ancestors is on the forest floor. It's hungry. It's looking for fruit, but fruit is tricky. Fruit up on the branch is green and hard and useless. Fruit that's fallen on the ground and gone soft is full of sugar, full of energy. The problem is, soft fruit is one step away from rotten fruit, and rotten fruit can make you sick. So the ape needs a clue. Some way to know from far away, this one's good. So perhaps we are a little lucky then, that when fruit ripens, it gives off a smell, this warm, sweet, boozy smell. That smell is alcohol. The riper the fruit, the stronger it gets. So alcohol, to that ape, was the smell of dinner. Picture it now, the little ape, nose in the air. The whole forest is just green, quiet, nothing. And then, on the breeze, that smell, warm, sweet, unmistakable. Somewhere out there, under a tree, dinner has gone ripe. Now picture two apes. The first ape smells that boozy fruit and goes, "No thanks." It wanders off. The second ape smells it and feels a little spark of yes. It follows its nose, finds the food, eats, and survives the hungry season. It has babies. The first ape does not. You come from the second ape. Every single human alive is descended from the ape that loved that smell the most. That little ape, the greedy one, the one who couldn't resist. That's your great-great-great-grandparent. And it passed the craving down, through millions of years, all the way to the man in the corner, lifting his glass. So the craving isn't a flaw, it's a gift your ancestors handed down, a little built-in arrow pointing at food. They didn't drink by accident. For them, drinking was the smart move. The human didn't invent the love of booze, the human was born loving it. It just built a bar. But that only explains the craving. It doesn't explain the cheers, the rounds, the tapping glasses, or the cupboard rule. For that, we leave the forest and go to the campfire. By now, the human lives in a group. And living in a group is stressful. The human needs these people to survive, but it also knows these same people could lie to it, steal from it, or leave it behind. So the human has one big worry it can never quite shake. Who can I actually trust? And this is where the poison gets a second job. Alcohol does one very specific thing. It switches off the part of you that keeps your guard up. A drunk human can't hide what it really thinks. It gets honest. It gets silly. It lets its walls down. So drinking with someone is like saying, "Look, I'm lowering my guard in front of you. I'm going to get a bit foolish and honest, and I'm trusting you not to use it against me." And the other person drinks too, saying the same thing back. Two people, both letting their guard down at the same time to prove neither one is a threat. That's what a toast really is. It's not about good health. It's a little peace deal. And the hangover the next morning. That's just the bill. And you know this one too. Think of the work drinks. The team that doesn't quite trust each other until somebody buys a round. The friend who got a little too honest, a little too loud, and somehow you trusted them more afterwards, not less. That wasn't the night going wrong. That was the night working, exactly as it has for 100,000 years. So the human didn't wrap a poison in ceremony by accident. It did it because the poison made people honest. And trust is the one thing a nervous animal will pay almost anything to feel. So let's go back to the bar. Friday night, our human in the corner, lifting its cup. It thinks it's just relaxing. It isn't. It's actually running two very old programs at once, and nobody ever told it. The first program is 10 million years old. It's chasing the smell of ripe fruit, hunting for survival food, in a room that has no fruit, no forest, and no hungry season it will ever need to survive. The second program is the campfire. It's doing an ancient trust ritual, letting its guard down to prove it's loyal, in a room full of strangers who will never once save its life. It's a drunk ape in a clean shirt, in a safe building with no danger anywhere, still running survival software for a world that's long gone. It thinks it's celebrating. Really, it's just following orders, and it'll do the whole thing again next Friday. Happily. With no idea why. And so will you. Next Friday, or the one after, you'll feel it. That little pull toward the dark room, the round, the toast, the warm, boozy smell of something ripe. And now you'll know exactly what it is. 10 million years old, older than language, older than you. A small voice deep in the blood saying the same thing it always has. This one's good. Follow your nose. And that's tonight's look at the drinking animal. Clever enough to invent its own poison, but not quite clever enough to ask why it wanted it. Next time, another strange habit. The human just cannot stop talking about other people. Why this nervous little animal loves gossip so much, and why, long ago, gossip kept it alive. Until then, if you're also a fascinating creature, you can subscribe. It costs you nothing and it flatters us enormously. Good night, humans.